Oh, so you're here because you think Trinity is actually a good Warframe. You think Trinity is actually one of the best supports in the game. She's actually really good at dealing damage. Did you know her energy vampire can deal a percentage of the enemy's health? What? No way. Did you know her 2 can give energy to your whole team? No way. Her 4 can heal your team to full health. Oh my god, this character is fucking insane. There's no way that she's trash, right? There's no way that she's hot garbage. Well, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong. Trinity's always been dog shit. She's a fucking trash can, living trash can, and they actually put a playable trash can in the fucking game. How do you even do that? You have to really try to make an actual playable garbage pedestrian mode in a video game. Like, you have to try to do that. Here's the reasons. Here's your supposed Trinity rework. I'm gonna live react to your supposed Trinity rework. I've mained this Warframe ever since the game came out in 2013. I fucking played this Warframe. The first time I fucking played this Warframe, I played Trinity, okay? Base ass Trinity back in 2014 when there were fucking stamina bars. So sit down, you fucking you non-skibbities. Sit the fuck down. You don't know me. You don't know how boomerang at Warframe. You remember the old map screen? You don't, because that's how fucking old I am. I'm gonna give you the real reaction to these Trinity changes from a real Trinity main. That Trinity was my first Prime Warframe. Trinity was my first main. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about when I'm the Trinity master here. Whoever thinks Trinity is the best Warframe, oh yeah, I do love healing people from 1 millimeter away with 0.1 second faster revive. Oh my god, oh what's that? Your Sentinel can do Trinity's passive better? Oh yes, that's really cool. Really fucking cool. That's really fucking cool, dude. That's really good. Oh my god, this Warframe is so good. Let's see these fucking changes, huh? Okay, so supposedly they're making a change to Trinity. Let's see how well they touch up on this trash can. She easily has one of the worst passes in the game. I'm not even gonna go into that. Literally shaves off 1 second. You can barely revive from any further. So how did they fucking change Trinity's passive? Let's see. A light touch up. Yeah, you know what you can also light touch up on? Passive. You and allies in affinity range gain an X amount of Trinity's max energy is max health. Oh, so you have to build energy. You're forced to put flow on Trinity for her passive to work. I see. And only works in affinity range, so if your teammates run away from you like they usually do, like dumbasses, chasing after a fucking carrot because they literally are cosplaying as rabbits for some fucking reason. Oh, what's that? You're doing a survival? And they're all the way halfway across the fucking tile set for some reason because they saw a cute ladybug on the ground? Oh, and they fuck up the spawns too? Oh, that's epic right there. Truly epic. I love abilities that scale off of affinity range. Very cool. And you're forced to put flow on Trinity. Very cool. She doesn't even have the biggest energy pool in the game. Very cool. Do you know who has the bigger energy pool than Trinity? Wisp. Base Wisp. That's all I need to say. Moving on. It's a better passive than what she used to have. At least it's not fucking dog shit anymore. So there's that. Let's see what else she has. Her 1. Increase. Her 1. Imagine using Trinity's 1. Look at this fucking idiot. Increased radius can now move while ooh, something that Warframes now just always have. Ooh, can now move while casting. Can cast up to 3 enemies. When an ally dies in well of life range, their death is prevented. Okay, so that's actually kind of good, but it depends on. There's many factors to that. It depends on how big. Does that mean you have to build range on? You have to build range on Trinity for her 1 to be useful. Okay. Increased radius. We don't know by how much. I hope it actually. I don't know. Scales like good. I hope it doesn't scale like dog shit. That's what matters. So now you're forced to build energy and range on her. Okay, cool, for her Well of Life passive to work. Well, at least it's better than it was before. At least her 1 is an actual real fucking ability. It isn't just cope. So, that's nice. Can cast up to 3 enemies. If an ally dies, that's nice. But the problem is, her 1 requires an enemy to be targeted. What if there's no enemies in range? Also, does Well of Life even work on bosses? I don't even know if it does. Because if it doesn't, that's fucking useless. Because usually you die from bosses, or just enemies being like 1,000 million levels ahead of you. Like in this circuit. So we'll have to see how good Well of Life is. Well of Life, if you didn't know, is a dog shit healing ability that you have to be close to the enemy to even get some healing off, and you have to shoot them. But you also, and usually your teammates are just gonna wipe everything on your fucking screen. Warframe is a one-shot game. Don't get it twisted. Either you one-shot the enemy or they're one-shotting you. So let's see how good this Well of Life is. Let's see if it's better than Phoenix Renewal. Okay, I'll give you that. That's actually a very good one. Rework. I will give you a clap, a few claps for that. Now let's move on to her 2. Now her 2 is a very, very, very boomer ass ability. If you still think her 2 is actually useful in 2024, you're delusional. You need to seek medical attention. Do you know how many sources you can get energy? Basically, my fucking unborn child has fucking arcane energize on them. Everyone has a fucking energy pizza just sitting on their fucking front door now. You think Energy Vampire does shit nowadays? Oh, you get energy. Ooh. It's not like any other Warframe just has an energy shitting passive. It's not like everyone uses Dispensary now, so her 2 is useless because of that. So how do they change her 2? How do they possibly change her 2 for it to be actually useful? Also, you have to build her with negative duration, because if you don't, it means you actually have to kill the enemy for them to release the energy, by the way. And also, Trinity has to make sure she constantly spams the fucking 2 to give your teammates energy. So, you know, let's see how they changed her 2. Okay, this is a live reaction. I have not seen these yet. Energy Vampire can be recast. Prior target is released. So what, you can just spam the 2? Okay. Having higher duration now gives you more energy pulses. So I assume if you kill the enemy, it releases more energy. That's still useless. There's like other Warframes that have a cooldown of their abilities now. I can't think of them right now, because there's too many Warframes that are just gimmicks now. They're fucking Warframes that have sex and they get energy. Like, they can't get energy otherwise. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, there's pregnant Warframes now? What the fuck is going on in that freaky-ass game? Buff the Vampire Leech Augment. What do you mean buffed it? Does it give Overguard now? Because if it has Overguard, who knows what buffed means? It's supposed to give Overshield, but how much Overshield are we talking here? Like, what is the buff? What does buffed mean? You need to give me specifics, because otherwise, that augment is okay. It's an okay augment. That gives her 2 a little bit more utility outside of being a useless energy generating passive in a game where no one needs energy anymore. So we'll see. I'm a little skeptical of that too, Rework, because honestly, in this day and age, no one needs energy. Energy is a fucking false resource. It's a fucking fool's errand. A fool's gold, as you may call it. Moving on to a 3, which is dog shit, by the way. If you build specifically for Link, you have to sacrifice everything else. You need range, because it has shitty ass scaling with range. You need duration so that the Link actually stays. You need strength so that you actually have the damage reduction, and you need to have energy because it's a fucking 3. It costs 75 energy. It's gonna drain your energy if you don't have efficiency. So you kinda need every fucking stat for it to be actually useful. Link can be recast. Okay, that's what every fucking Warframe should have at this point. Strength impacts amount of targets. That's okay, whatever, but the range, you know, can you change the range, please? Base duration increase. Okay, it depends on how much, because if If it's actually enough to the point where you don't have to build duration anymore on her, okay, it could actually be something. But if you don't build duration on her, that means her one's new passive is going to be useless. So we'll see. I'm a little skeptical on that. Her 3 is dog shit. Can move while casting. Okay, that's pretty good for her 3. That's actually pretty good. I don't think they buffed the range on it at all. It doesn't look like it. You still need like 306 range for it to actually connect to enemies properly, or else they're gonna kill you, because Trinity's damage reduction is dog shit. But we'll see. I'm very skeptical. I don't think that 3's. I don't know if it's gonna change anything. I hope the duration gets improved. But yeah. Let's see. We'll see. I don't know. Trinity's a kind of a trash can of a Warframe. Don't get me wrong. I'm a little skeptical on these. So far, the most promising rework here is her fucking 1, which was so bad. I don't even want to go into detail about how bad it was. You might as well just stare at a blank wall, and it'll be more useful, because at least you're influencing the enemy spawns or something like that. So let's see her 4 rework. Let's see how they changed her 4. Okay. Trinity changes, Blessing. Increased base duration. If you didn't know, the duration of her 4, if I remember correctly, at max duration is about 30 seconds. If you build enough duration, it should be about 30 seconds. So increased base duration, don't know what the hell that fucking means. Increased base duration, that can mean anything. It could add either 1 second or another 30 seconds. Who knows? Damage reduction maintained during recast. Did they not change the fact that her blessing doesn't even work if they're outside of it? They didn't even change your damage reduction or the fact that it's tied to affinity range. Why? Why didn't they do that? Mamma mia! Why didn't they do that? This Warframe sucks, dude. Oh my god. Her 4 is so cope. It's the sword. Did you know that in a game where you constantly get one-shot, did you know that constantly having an instant heal button is actually not a good thing? You kind of want more effective health at that point to stop you from getting one-shot in the first place. So if, and before you mention shield getting, that means you're expecting the Trinity to just spam her 4 constantly? Are you actually dead ass expecting that? I'm about to smack you upside the head if you think I'm gonna spam my fucking 4 like. You think I'm crazy? You think I'm fucking gonna spam my 4 like? There's no fucking way you expect me to spam my 4 with the fucking thing that lets me recast my thing faster. You gotta be shitting me. They didn't change the range. They didn't change your damage reduction being one of the lowest in the game. Buff Champion's Blessing on me. What does that mean? What does buffed mean? Does it apply to her teammates as well? Because it didn't before. What the fuck does that mean? What does buffed mean? If you didn't know, her fucking 4 augment only applies to her, you know, the support Warframe. Oh yes, I want my support Warframe to do more damage. Yes, because that's what a support Warframe is made for, dealing damage to the boss, which has over 1 billion health. I'm definitely gonna use that augment. So far from what I've seen of these changes, it looks like building for her shitty ass 1 is actually viable. And honestly, I don't even want to use the 4 anymore, because the 1 just sounds so much better. In fact, why doesn't the 4 do what the 1 does and revive your teammates? Why doesn't the 4 do something like that? I'm still very skeptical of the Link, because the Link has such a shitty ass range scaling. You basically have to suck off the enemy for her to be connected, unless you have 300 range, by the way. Her 2 is still useless, dude. Her 2 is still useless. The augment is the only saving grace there. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with the augment, but her 2 is, it's a game where everyone just constantly has infinite energy. Why? That 2 has no purpose. It has 0 purpose. Buff Champion's Blessing. What the fuck does that mean? That can mean anything. Does it suck me off? Does it delete my account? I don't know. It could be either one. Oh my god, dude. You're gonna have to do this one has to be actually good. The 1 actually has to be useful, man. You have to build range on Trinity, but if you build range on her 4 is fucking useless because it scales off affinity range.